Good morning, everyone. Michelle Lee here with Athena Rising Now. I help women skyrocket their self-confidence and bust through their financial glass ceiling once and for all. And I jump on here every Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. to talk a little bit about what most money coaches, and I don't even really consider myself a money coach, it's a byproduct of the work I do, truly. And what most of them are not talking about is what is really affecting your ability to make money. Honestly, we hear all the talk about, making the right strategies, looking at your relationship with money. You hear all of this and understanding that money is energy, and all of that is 100% true. Hey, I can't see who tuned in. So say hi, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're here. But ultimately, that is not the cause. Your relationship with money, sure, beliefs around money contributes to your ability to create financial freedom for yourself. But also there's something more. It's really your relationship about your relationship with yourself and your self-concept. Who do you believe yourself to be? Who do you give yourself permission to be? And hey, Aura, thanks for stopping by. Who is it that you give yourself permission to be? We have all of these old stories, and I tend to work with spiritual women who are looking to have an impact with the work that they love doing. Hi, Tracy. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And what I found in my work, I started very early on in my 20s asking, questions. Why is this? Why are, why do women seem to be less confident than men? Why this status quo? And in asking those questions, I came up with the answers, right? I researched, I looked, I read, I trusted my intuition. And what I discovered is that by design, women are criticized one way or the other. It's damned if you do, damned if I don't. And women have embodied that belief. That is something I help them to work through and recognize in their own life, right? I remember, being a working mom and being criticized for being a working mom. And then what I really wanted was to be an at-home mom when my kids were much younger. I wanted to be an at-home mom. And I remember getting married and being able to depend on my husband's income for the family and be able to really focus on being a present mom, which is what I wanted more than anything. And what happened was I was criticized for being an at-home mom. I was criticized for being a stupid woman depending on a man to support me. And that criticism came from another woman, which shocked me. I mean, I was so naive. I was in my mid-20s, and I was just so excited and so happy to get to stay home with my kids. I felt so blessed and grateful that I got to do that at the time. And what I discovered was that no matter what I did, I was being criticized. No matter what decision I made, I was being criticized. And I remember being out in public with my baby and being criticized for my child not having socks on, right? If you ever had a baby and they just kick their socks off over and over, I was criticized for that. And when we are criticized, women are criticized into submission. We literally are criticized to the point that we are afraid to make any move at all. We are afraid to trust any decision that we may make on our own at all. And over the years, and I bet if you're watching this, if you look back over your past, how you've been criticized for no matter what you did, it was wrong. Somebody judged it as wrong until the point you're afraid to make a decision. You you give all the decision making to other people, maybe your partner, your husband, your business partner, your customers, your friends. You're calling everybody, checking in. What do you think? What do you feel? And you really deplete your ability to trust yourself, and your intuition is leading to your financial freedom. Every decision you make, every time you follow your intuitive sense, it gets stronger and stronger. And your higher wisdom, that intuition, supports your thriving. See, we've been conditioned to survive, either fight or flight, fear. That's what we've been conditioned. We've been programmed to do. But in order to thrive, we have to get out of our brain. We have to get out of that reptilian brain from survival and trusting our inner wisdom that is there to take us higher. Is this making sense to you? Just give me some thumbs up, some hearts. Let me know if this is making sense to you and if this is helpful, because I don't want to come on every week and give you, coach you and in ways that isn't helpful to you. So please give me a thumbs up if this is helpful. So what happens when we don't trust ourselves? We completely, thank you, we block our ability to make money, to become financially free. Financially free, expansion, growth is our natural set point. It's who we are. So when we stop trusting ourselves and stop giving ourselves permission to follow that higher wisdom, to do the thing that seems to be illogical, which our intuition is almost always illogical. The moment we get an intuition, if you're afraid to trust yourself because you've been criticized for no matter what you do, and you go to the outside world, like I said, to your friends, your partner, your spouse, and you ask for validation, you're probably not going to get it. You're not going to get it because they don't have your vision. And again, they're coming from the survival. So what happens? How do you, when you prevent your own financial freedom, how are you preventing those of other people? Well, here's what happens. You don't give others permission to do what you haven't given yourself permission to do. So you will inadvertently hold other people back, other women especially. You will inadvertently hold other women back from trusting their intuition. Even if it's out of love, you may pass that behavior down to your children, your grandchildren. Hi, Tracy. Good. I'm glad this is helpful. Yeah, trusting your own wisdom. If we don't trust our own wisdom, in order to protect our loved ones, our daughters, our granddaughters, our nieces, our mothers, whoever, we will guide them the wrong way. We will guide them to safety rather than thriving. And even in our shadow self will even see, and maybe you've had this experience. I've had the experience with my own grandmother, with all of the many women that I have been close to in my life that were a generation ahead of me, my elders, right? When I experienced something, or I got something, or received something that they didn't get, there was this bit of a knife put in, right? There was a shaming effect. And I know women experience this all of the time, because there's this part of this survival, this reptilian brain piece that says, you shouldn't get what I didn't get. Even if my not getting it was by choice of mine, because I chose to choose fear out of love. And that's really what we're talking about here, is choosing fear or love. Following your higher wisdom is following love. It's moving towards your vision. Consider that when you don't allow yourself to move towards your vision, to move toward what makes your heart sing, then you will inadvertently, or sometimes purposefully stop the women around you from doing the same thing. So we essentially end up holding each other back as women because we haven't given ourselves the permission to say yes to our wisdom. We haven't given ourselves permission to move towards that vision. All of that comes from ancient conditioning around shame and guilt, and it's perpetuated in the criticizing of women. Look at the powerful women in our society now. They are criticized for being stupid, for being crazy, for wearing the wrong thing, for what age she is, too old, too young, too cold. Whatever that is, we see that. And we almost unconsciously become fearful of being seen. So I invite you to today begin giving yourself permission to follow your wisdom and join me. I'm doing an encore master class that I did last Thursday. Great results, people. It's information that I have never taught to the public before, and got great feedback. So I'm bringing it back out. It's what I teach to my private clients typically, and I think it's time to bring it out to the public. Tracy, it does come down to what is motivating us, love or fear. That's right. And if fear will always keep us only in survival. Love takes us to the higher levels of thriving, which is what our wisdom is constantly leading us to. When you begin to trust your wisdom over and over, it never leads you down the wrong way. It may give you results that were unexpected, but they're not ever the wrong results. So thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed this today, please share this video. Let's share this and support women all around the globe. I will put the registration link in for my masterclass. It starts in 45 minutes. And it's free, but you need to register so I can email you the login information for this masterclass. Hey, Ginger, I'm just closing up. I hope you will tune in and watch the recording. It's good to see you. Thank you for being here, Tracy. Thank you for being here, Aura. Everyone, you have a nice day. I hope to see you on the masterclass in 45 minutes. Bye for now.